Hello. I'm just gonna squat because it's much easier. So I recently posted a vegan pot pie video for the holiday season, and I wanted to add a vegan dessert, there we go, to the mix. And I have a recipe that's not my own for vegan monkey bread, and I'm really excited to try that because I actually love just like regular old monkey bread. I don't think I've ever even made it. We had a local farm that made the best monkey bread growing up. And I actually went to go find it this season and they didn't have any. So I'm gonna try to make my own. I'm gonna try to make it vegan. I will give credit to the wonderful creator who made this recipe and leave the link down below. But this is just kind of like a try it out video. So I've already got a 1/4 cup of warm water happening in this bowl. And we're basically just gonna do a good old sweet dough to start, and then this is gonna have to sit for a while. So we're just gonna jump in. I don't know if you can see my face, but I feel like, you know, I've been pretty good at not including my face in a lot of these, and that's just fine. But it starts with a 1/4 cup of warm water and a packet of yeast. And you let that proof for about 5 minutes until you see a little bit of foam on top, bubbles. Alright, so our yeast has proofed, and basically the next steps are to add the rest of the ingredients, and then we're going to let this rise for 2 hours. It also says if you want to let it rise overnight, that's also super awesome and will give you like a nice fluffy bread. But we're doing this in a day, so we are gonna add next 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, teaspoon of salt, eyeball it. We need a cup of, it says soy milk, but I'm assuming any like vegan milk of choice. I have almond milk. I will use this. 2, 3. Oh, okay. 2 tablespoons of vegan butter. Earth Balance is the best. I just have this like vegetable oil spread, so we're just gonna use that, and I'm estimating maybe a little more. Cool. And then let me check on the bread. And then we have 3½ cups of flour, and that's like give or take on the stickiness of your dough, I'm assuming. Let's get started. Wearing white to use flour, I'm a genius. Let's do 1 and 2. Start it. I only have one hand, so we're gonna add the other 1.5 cup and half. I'm gonna stop it because I don't think you need to knead it for like any particular amount of time. It doesn't say to knead for any particular amount of time, so once it's like a nice ball, which it is right now, and it's nice and sticky, which it is, that they said just once it's nice and sticky, we can just let it rise for about 2 hours. We're gonna put a damp cloth over it and find a nice warm spot for it, and we will check back in about 2 hours. Awesome, bye. So we let this rise for 2 hours, and she has risen like the good Lord. And now I guess we have to put it in the refrigerator and let it chill. And while we do that is a good time to make the caramel. But plot twist, oh fuck. There we go. Plot twist, I already made the caramel. Because a couple weeks ago I was trying out vegan caramel recipes and I tried 3 different ones and one of them is super good and it's pretty identical to the one that we're gonna be using for this. So I already made it and like I said, this isn't my recipe, so the other recipe will be linked down below. But in the meantime, while this chills, would be a great time to make your caramel because you're gonna need it to bake in the oven. All right, check back in a few. So this dough has risen beautifully. It's been chilling for a little while in the refrigerator. And now we're going to assemble the bread. So this is what I have for the vegan caramel. This was made with coconut milk, brown sugar, salt, maybe some vegan butter, I think. It is kind of loose, but it's so good. And basically what we're gonna do is punch down this dough. Take that off. Punch down this dough. We're gonna rip it up. Like monkey bread is usually like a pull apart bread. So we're gonna layer caramel, pieces of bread, caramel, pieces of bread, and then we're gonna throw it in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes and then flip it upside down and top it off with more caramel if you like. So that's what we're gonna do here. Let's start. Oh jeez. A little bit of caramel. And then punch it down. Get all those. There she is. Get all the air bubbles out. But it comes up it's pretty sticky, but like not so bad. It comes out of the bowl. So I guess I'll try to do them in like little palm-sized bites. Yeah, I don't know, we might only have like a layer of this. My pan is pretty big, so it might be kind of a small jowl, but that's okay. Alright, so this gives me like a layer. I'll pour some more caramel. I don't know, I hope this isn't like, I don't know, I think this might be a little goopy at the end, but I bet it's gonna taste great, so that's okay. Guess if I was using a pan this big next time, I would maybe double the recipe and or use a smaller pan, because there's yeah. Honestly, I'm just gonna kind of squish these all into one layer. And it'll be like a little monkey bread wreath. And I'm gonna reserve the rest of this caramel to top off at the end because I think this is still gonna be pretty like loosey-goosey, but we shall see. Let's throw it in the oven. Look at this beauty. Here, we're gonna put this down. So this is her inside the bundt pan. And we're gonna flip her, even though she looks beautiful. We're gonna go ahead and flip her onto this plate here. So it took a little over, this is like a plastic, a rubber bundt pan, and it took a little bit over like 30 to 40 minutes in the oven at 350. Oh, she's pretty. She's pretty. Can we get some oh, bitch. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Sorry for the camera shadow. It is now nighttime. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I have also, when I made the 3 vegan caramels, I made one out of just dates. And I think I'm going to top it with those little dates. I'm gonna cut myself a little piece and give it a shot. There you go, my camera was having a little bit of trouble. Huh? Alright, a little bit trouble of focus. The camera was having a little bit of trouble focusing, but also I had to make it dark in here because it was too bright. But we have our vegan monkey bread. Let's show this caramel side. Oh my goodness. Like I said, I had this like date caramel because I did 3 different types of vegan caramel, and this is just like pureed dates. It's really like a fig Newton filling, honestly, or a date Newton filling, but it's so spongy and it absorbed all of the caramel. It is good. I could have added more caramel. So I could have added more caramel. It's definitely like really like bread-y, but it rose amazing. It like really puffed up. Do not double it. I was like, maybe I need to double. Don't do it. There is there's plenty of bread. It is. I definitely could have added more caramel, but I grossly underestimated the abilities of this dough. But it's really good. It's really, really good. It could, like I said, it could be stickier for like a monkey bread. When I picture monkey bread, I picture like sticky, gooey, sweet, but the texture is really awesome. I would add more caramel next time. I did like 8 ounces of caramel, I think I had. So I would do like 16 ounces of caramel, which is probably the amount that the caramel in this recipe yields. I'm really excited. It's really pretty, it's really fun, and here is hopefully a holiday dessert to add that is vegan. It is not gluten-free, but that's okay. We're here to work with all of our dietary wants and needs and additions, subtractions. I think it's easier than ever to do this, but I still think it's awesome when you can share you know, recipes with any dietary needs. I think it's easier now more than ever to have these recipes be a little bit more accessible and affordable, but if I can make it a little bit easier, that is what I'm here to do, I guess, and also an excuse to make a delicious vegan treat. That is it for this recipe, and we will see you back for another one. And before I go, here's my cat. Hello? Hello? You going in the box? You gonna go in the box? Okay, bye.